iDiskiTimes, now available in stores around the country for only R3.50.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Orlando Pirates 3, Jwaneng Galaxy Football Club 0 in the CAF Confederation Cup first leg. This is, of course, the preliminary round before the group stages of the CAF Confederation Cup. Orlando Pirates are as good as qualified for the next round, really, because they would need to lose 4-0 if they were to be knocked out now. Good goals. Tyson Hlatshwayo scoring a goal from a header in the first half, and then in the second half, Linda Mntambo from 25 yards outscoring, and then Mundele scoring a third goal for Orlando Pirates inside the box between defenders as well. I'm describing this because I realized that a lot of the people were not able to watch the game and they didn't have the opportunity to see the game. We streamed the game live on our Facebook for our 78,000 Facebook followers, so hopefully you can go there and join us and watch some of the games that we do stream as well. Duku Duku Makhanya, as always, our guest here on iDiskiTV. Grootman, decent match for Orlando Pirates. Nothing much to be said about the Jwaneng Galaxy. What would you say were some of the points? What do they do well, Orlando Pirates? Benze eziphi izinto grand namhlanje to make sure that they go home with 3 goals?
Yeah, thanks very much once more for your opportunity. And the Pirates, they gave a game the respect that it deserved. At the end of the day, sometimes when we're playing against some teams, sometimes you don't know what to expect, and it might be an easy one, because it was not an easy one. The way because of the team that they played against, they're very competitive. They were chasing everything that that Pirates threw at them, and Pirates they resorted into manage space. Meaning first half Pirates goal kicks they pushed halfway from La Pakatlele Bola straight into the half, and then that's when they started playing. So but when you look at the approach, I would like to give it to Pirates the way by approaching a corner game and the way by respecting a corner. They competed because of it in the competition. It was not an easy game. Yes, the scoreline, they created my opportunities Orlando Pirates, but because of based on equality abanayo and the standard abadlala kuso, so you could see what the
yeah. Do you believe perhaps that there is too much of a gap between us and Botswana? When you look at what happened today and you look at what happened between Jwaneng Galaxy and Sundowns, it was 5-1 on aggregate there. We won 2-0 in Botswana. We've just won 3-0 in Botswana now. That is South Africa versus Botswana. Do you think that there's a huge gap between us and them in terms of the quality of the players that they have and the standard of their league and their football?
I think that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it should be. At the end of the day, yes, they are our neighbors, but that's how it's supposed to be. Whether Sozalana about national team, it's supposed to be like that. Whether Sozalana about continental football, it's supposed to be like that. So I feel okay. They are improving, but the standard gap is still there. Still there.
All right, and then all of the Pirates, good combinations in the midfield. Good to see Linda Mntambo, featuring and scoring and creating opportunities for Orlando Pirates as well, which brings about a headache then to the coaching staff about whether or not when Munare comes back from a concussion, do you continue with Mntambo or how would you approach that situation?
Yeah, I always say with the Pirates, my players are quality, so it boils down to the coach with how does he improve competition within the team.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, a player that raises his hand, he needs to be given a chance. We've seen Linda Mntambo, he's been given a chance, and I think he's taking it with both hands. So it boils down to coach does he improve the competition within the team, or we are the so-called lineup. We prefer the way ngakona without stress and competition ukuthi Mntambo uyayiphoza ngoba for a very long time we've seen midfielder from the position hambe uthatha ama shots on target abuya yo dropper, so he really played very well, and I think he's posing the threat with manje when Munara abuya, then it means Munare he has to compete no Mntambo, he has to compete no Mutswari, he has to compete no Makareng, there has to be competition. So based on umuntu oguthi udlala better, he needs to be given a chance to play.
Yeah. Would you be tempted maybe to, so I think this is obvious that Umutwari was more of a defensive, big number 6, and then you had on number 8 by 2 essentially people that are going forward, creating opportunities and then helping when we are defending. Would you be tempted when maybe you keep Mntambo there and then maybe toy with the idea of Umakaringe rotating with Umunare, because Umunare does have that ability of pushing forward and seeing passes as well? How would you want to work this way out, in your opinion? Of course, we understand that the coaches have their own preferences, but how would you work around this midfield? Because I think Upeli Mutwari, really, it's very difficult to not have him in the team as it stands. How would you work it around?
Yeah, it's a tough one, but football is changing. In the way one is anchoring, the other one uyahamba. So it boils down to your three midfielders. They need to be capable of attacking and defending. So it means Mntambo does that. He gives you that. So automatically, it shows something. He poses an equation to coach ukuthi so I feel ukuthi Mntambo needs to be given a chance more. Njoba Makaringa ayitholile chance, njengoba Umutwara ayitholile chance, Numunara ayitholile chance. He needs to be given a chance more. So based we analysis yam go with three lama player, I will still go with Umutwari, Munare, no then no Mntambo if ever Umunare sekabuyile. So but again futhi it boils down to ama dynamics within the team team dynamics. Does it work, having three of them still baba cannot function properly? Then it's still a question. One party based on what Mntambo is giving, he needs to be given a chance.
Yeah, I mean, Orlando Pirates is an embarrassment of riches in terms of midfielders, because we're not even speaking about Nganye Uzungu, who has an exquisite forward pass. He has really a dangerous forward pass. So that's an interesting one. We saw Jean-Marc Makusu coming in, Mundele. Confidence building goal for him. Pirates started with a number 10-ish or false number 9 with Uchukamanja, and they've toyed with that. They've trialed it and played, and even at the match against the Cape Town City we saw number 9-ish Ingu Dion Hoto. That's another headache as well. How would you approach that one? Mundele, do you give him a run as well, or do you trust in Chukamanja? What's your assessment of Chukamanja as the furthest forward player for the Orlando Pirates? Is he giving them anything, assist or goals? What is your opinion?
Yeah, I'll give it to Mundele. I got a chance now because I've watched Usugamanje. He drops quite away from we are drifted Mapalini, we are suga Mapalini, so I got that focal point. So which sometimes the Pirates no waiting focal point whereby at least they've got somebody also within Amapalo or Konuba direct to man. So which is Mundele. He's got that physique and he's a player that I think they really need. He needs to start functioning ukuthi azokhona ukuthi abanikeze lento abanganayo, ngoba mawuthi uyabheka since kulimale ulipasa, since kulimale umabasa, they've been struggling to find somebody ukuthi uzoba focal point ukuthi Mundele maybe he might be an option in terms of giving you that, ngoba if you look at Usuka manje, I would like to take him as a midfielder. Ngicabanga ukuthi more for a number 10 more than a striker for years. So and manje whenever you're playing against you're playing with a false 9, it becomes trickery nakuma players wakho ngoba a focal point mayengekho, sometimes it becomes challenging to reach lama area ufuna ufika ku, especially lapha emapalini. So you know ukuthi ama players they always want to have ibola enyaweni zalo in order to make things happen. So but if ever you've got a focal point ukuthi maybe uMundele, or if ulipasa khona, then you know ukuthi whenever sifuna ukungena lapha yana umuntu kumele simsebenzise, which has been a struggle with Pirates. Hence nakhona bastruggle nokukora amagoli amaningi ngoba we've seen them namhlanje after uMundele angena then they started creating more chances because of there's somebody manje obambe because of if you've got a striker as a focal point, then it means ubamba two yama defender kumele then it minimizes a number now kumanye ama areas. So it means Mundele makakhona then kuzoba na two ayibambayo, then automatically it means lamanye player aba lose. But if ever kungana everybody the so-called false 9, it means manje they only have to watch for ama runners without having le threat ukuthi man kunomuntu ukuthi focal a point for le team abadlala against.
It was a good outing for Orlando Pirates, so good that there were so many different players that were given an opportunity, as Hlatshwayo as well, getting opportunity to play in the CAF competitions. We also saw Austin Mowowo. We also saw a couple of players as well, Bongani Sem coming back to replace Upaseka Mako as well. I think they are allowed to substitute 5 players in this CAF competition. So it was a good outing for Orlando Pirates. Otherwise, dominant performance. As Duku Duku was saying, Jwaneng Galaxy was not too bad, but of course the scoreline reflects it wasn't really that convincing from them as a home team that you don't even score a goal at home. Orlando Pirates could have scored 4, 5 or 6 even. iDiskiTimes.co.za, WSB.co.za, iDiskiTV on Facebook as well. We thank you very much for watching our videos.